All right, y'all, so we have Delta out and everything like that. We even have obviously the Rappy skin that everybody gets for free with the 5 free frames. So let's go ahead and claim that. Again, you have until December to get that. These frames look amazing. I think I might use some of these. Maybe even that Scarlet one's not too bad. But here's the Rappy skin. There's a new burst skill anime. I told you guys, it's a free gacha costume skin, right? Obviously we have to do a showcase for Miss what's her name, Miss Rappy, but I think I will dash a multi at this event because, like I said, if there is 2 pilgrims, I'm definitely pitying Nayuta no matter what's happening. And then after Nayuta, I think I am just going to constantly summoning for or I will have multis for Nayuta. I'll try to throw my multis at Nayuta, and if I don't get her with that, I'll pity her, and then by the time the next pilgrim comes out, I'll have enough to get her as well, right? So we're gonna dash a multi or 2, or maybe all 3, I don't know, right? I really don't want to summon, but I don't care really, because, you know, we'll see, right? I do need to showcase this character at the end of the day, and I would rather not have to miss out on another 2025 character. So let's try our best to get her. Okay, it's not a 1-tap. Okay, it's okay. You know what? Like, I'm building up my pity. It's okay. It's okay, right? If I don't get her, I don't get her. Looks like I'm not getting. Oh, I could get her. What is she? Elysian, right? I think she's Elysian. Okay, it is 50-50 now because I got an SSR. Come on, just end my misery. Elysian, bruh. Who though?
I'm a relic from a bygone era, so I'll be leaving soon. But until that happens, I'll do everything I can.
Bruh. Okay. I mean, I don't know why, but I'm never happy about these pilgrims when I get them anymore. When there's like because it's not like they're bad. Oh, okay. It's not like they're bad or anything, but it's like, yo, you're giving me a pilgrim instead of a character that's rate up. I hate when that happens. I don't know if that's just a me thing, but I hate when they give me a pilgrim on these banners. It's so weird for me to think like that, right, Elysian? Oh my god. Okay, that's annoying. That's really annoying. That's really annoying. I hate when that happens. Okay, I'm going on Rebuke's account. That pisses me off. I don't even want to be on my account no more. I can always rely on my boy Rebuke. And not only do we have that, but she has Overload gear. But we don't want to talk about yet because I still have to have a dedicated Overload gear showcase for her. Right? What is she? 555? Okay, he's not investing into to her too much. So let's see her stats at 555. Because you guys got to remember, all the numbers we see when these characters come out are they're not 555. They're like 10, right? So is it even worth it? 9% at 555 is not that bad. That's not that bad because it's 12% that thing, right? And obviously at base, this freaking 7 million HP base. Okay, that's not too bad. Let's try her out, right? How do I want to try her out though? Do I want to try her? I want to try out her non-healing first. So I'm gonna put her with shielders or with defenders, and then we're gonna go out of shooting range and then try her out again with shielders and see how her healing affects outside the shooting range. And then we're going to see, well, realistically, we can just go out of shooting range instantly, but if we're on Rebuke's account, we gotta be, because it's not like, I don't know where Rebuke is at in this game right now, right? But then also we have to try her with no defenders. I think she's gonna be better as a character with no defenders, but we'll see. We can also try out, I guess, her distributed damage and her attack buff and her AoE in shooting range as well. So let's go ahead and do that. All right, so this is the team I'm going to go in here with because we have distributed damage and we have another defender, right? Another thing I do want to see is that, remember, when you have another defender, she starts healing. I want to see if because she heals every 4 seconds, right? So I want to see if she's going to be able to keep Crown up, right? Because that's another huge thing, I feel like, right? So let's go to Delta, right? Delta's healing herself nonstop, right? Which is obvious. That's what she's supposed to do. Here's her burst skill. I think it's nice. I think it's one of the better burst skills in the game, to be honest, right? And now she's buffing up Scarlet. So let's take a look and see what that's looking like, right? Because let's enter a full burst first. So we're in a full burst now. Scarlet, as you guys see, is getting a distributed damage buff right here from the ninja technique. And she is also getting an attack buff, which again, it's not too crazy. Like, it's only bop, bop, and then she does do AoE as distributed damage or whatever, but we have this accumulated damage thing increased as well. Or accumulated HP. I'm not damage, accumulated healing. We have that increase. So let's take a look and go to, okay, so that's fully up. Let's go and see you. Are you getting healed? 500k? Okay, but now does Crown have her royal attire up? We do. Okay, at 5.8 seconds. Does that reproc? Okay. Oh. Oh. I'm not being funny, right? But Delta heals a lot more than Helm. Like a lot more than Helm. Now, the thing is, I don't think Delta's better than Helm. I don't think Delta's going to replace Helm on this team or anything like that. Because you got to remember, Helm has field burst gauge. Helm also has insane... I don't want to say insane, but like I think it's 20 or 25% attack damage when you enter a full burst. But this character has damage taken. And when you use her burst skill, she has more damage taken. Not to mention when there's another ally in the team, she can't die and she has insane healing. Huh. But that healing is amazing. Take a look at that healing. Okay, now we're using Crown's burst skill. What's that healing look like now that we don't have that extra effect on? But her uptime is like 100% though. Like she's keeping her up 100%. 800k, or was that Crown herself? 200k. That's still a lot more than Helm. That's still a lot more than Helm. When it comes to the just general healing. When we're talking about general healing, that's way more than Helm. Okay. And again, the uptime for Crown is that's a good option. Right? 500,000 though off of 555 every 4 seconds. Again, you still have every 4 seconds you like, you know, you can still die within like those 4 seconds where you're not healing, you can still die. But Helm heals you like 20, 60, maybe 70k. It depends on how built your Helm is. But like even a crazy my Helm is insanely built, and the highest she's healing is 60k unless you use her burst skill. You get what I'm saying? I feel like Delta's heals are quite good. And then obviously Delta herself, like she's gonna constantly be healing like this, right? She's gonna constantly be healing like this. I want to see how she is with no defenders, but we need to be outside of any type of content to try that out. Delta isn't gonna die at all, is she? Oh my god, hold on. She's healing like Helm herself, but she's not going to die ever, is she? She just healed 400k for herself. Wow. Mind you, this team was Monstrous Trio before, but this boss has damage taken increase. And again, she is technically buffing up Scarlet when Scarlet uses her burst skill, and she is buffing up. I don't think Asuka has damage dealt or distributed damage. She just has attack additional damage, right? She doesn't have any distributed damage effects, does she? No. And then damage taken is even increased more with this character. Why are both of these characters hitting harder than Scarlet though? That's crazy to me. But yeah, permanent damage taken up? There's no shot. We have 40 seconds left. I want to see, we're at 10 billion. We're going to be at 10 billion at least. What? The team before this right here was Monstrous Trio with those two. There's no way Delta on the Monstrous Trio team where Helm is no longer there is making them hit harder. I will refuse to believe that. I'm not gonna lie though. I mean, this is just shooting range. I need to see her in actual content. But that healing is amazing. She keeps crown up 100% of the time. And the healing I could rely on. And Helm skill, like, I can't rely on it unless I use her burst skill. What's the number? A new record? What? I'm screenshotting this. And I'm gonna come back with the same thing, but just with Helm. I'm screenshotting this and I'm coming back the same thing with Helm's team. No, Delta. No way. All right, well, we have 40 seconds left and we're already at 11 billion. Okay, I was about to say, because when I switched it, the team before was like this. And I was like, there's no possible way in hell Delta, you know what I'm saying? But my thing is, what am I noticing here? Because is it Helm? Because Delta doesn't do damage. Right? Is it Helm that's doing more damage to get them there? But they're at 13 million already. Probably going to be at 14 billion, right? I need to do the comparison, obviously. They're probably going to be at 14 billion, maybe. They're close to 14 billion, yeah. Which is 2 billion higher. That's a new record. But let me pull up the stats. All right, so as you guys see, this is what it is. When Helm is there, 4 billion, 4 billion, 4.3 billion. When Helm is not there, 3.8, 3.9, and 3.1. So a lot of the damage missing from Scarlet was because Helm was not there, right? Or, you know what it might have been? I think it's because we weren't using Crown's burst skill every burst rotation. Because I want to see, what if I just put Delta here without using Delta's burst skill? And her healing, because Delta is damn near the same number as Helm in terms of damage. You get what I'm saying? So I'm gonna do this exact same comp without using Delta's burst skill. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, I'm a bit worried. We have 50 seconds left and we're almost at 10 billion damage. We need to get 4 billion damage in 40 seconds, which I don't know if we're going to do. But if for some reason we're able to do that, I'm going to actually consider my Monstrous Trio team. Okay, we have 20 seconds to get 3 billion. I don't think we will, right? I was about to say, though, if we were, I was going to question my Monstrous Trio team because it's like, I'm no disrespect to Helm, right? I think Helm's a great character, but one thing I hate about Helm personally is the absolute lack of heals she has without using her burst skill. This team is at 3 billion. It's just a billion under. It's a billion under. Luckily, I took a screenshot. Let's compare this team right here with Delta to Helm. So this right here, as you guys can see, this is what it is when you use Delta's burst skill all the time. And obviously the one on the left right here is when you're not using her burst skill. The one on the right is when you use her burst skill. So when you're not using her burst skill, again, Crown is obviously hitting harder. Little Mermaid and Asuka are both hitting harder. And Scarlet's hitting harder as well, but she's not at that 4 billion mark where, you know, with Helm, she was. Right, and then for this one right here, where you have Helm on the team, obviously Asuka's hitting harder, Little Mermaid is hitting basically the same, and Scarlet's hitting a bit harder as well, and then obviously Helm herself is hitting harder as well. Obviously you got a billion more here, as you guys can see. It's a 1,100,000,000 more here. But Delta's healing is a lot more effective as well. But obviously with Helm, it's still better. You get what I'm saying? But that's still quite surprising. I didn't expect that. That's a good alternative for Helm then. That's a really good alternative for Helm. I want to try her outside of shooting range because remember, this character has damage taken to all enemies, not just bosses, right? So let's take her out of shooting range and try her with no defenders now. Oh my god, Rebuke is on the final chapter's final boss? What am I gonna do? Let me figure this out, because Rebuke is something else. All right, so we're gonna go into Tower with this team. It's a bit all over the place, but remember, we do need another Burst 2 on the team with Delta. But we have no other defenders on this team, right? Obviously, Rouge herself is not a defender, but she is going to give us insane HP, which will work good with Delta. Obviously, Scarlet's an attacker, Helm's an attacker, and Anchor's a supporter. Not only does Anchor have heals herself, which would also be very good, but she also has distributed damage somewhere in her kit when you enter a full burst, right? Which would also be good for Scarlet, right? So we're going to take a look and see how this is. But essentially, this character here should be unstoppable. She's taunting and constantly regenerating her shield. That's kind of what I want to see, right? I hope she's unstoppable, right? Don't give her a crazy shield and then she's healing and all that stuff, or regenerating her shield. Her shield doesn't look too crazy. Her shield don't look too... Ah! I'm sorry. No, absolutely not. So she, okay, her shield got broken. Okay, but it's okay. She's healing though. It's nothing too crazy. Oh no, but that's not her heal. It's Helm's heal. Like look at Helm's heal. It's only 18k. Okay, Anchor, W Anchor, and then here's Helm's burst skill, which is constant healing, right? I feel like with this team you have a lot of heals, right? And then obviously with Miss. Okay, no, you see right there. You see right there. You see right there? Did you see that right there? Did y'all see that right there? She could have got nuked. She could have got bopped there without that shield. She could have got bopped there without that shield. Okay, she got the shield back though. The shield is like, it's doing its job. Like, you see what I mean? She's losing the shield, but then she has to get it back, right? And okay, the enemies are just gone. Okay, we got her shield back. Can we get her burst skill, please? Before this enemy does its whatever it does, because yeah, no, I don't want this boss here. Okay, I mean, she's doing her job. She's doing her job. Okay, but then maybe this team is just not good enough, but she's doing her job. Okay, she died. I feel like she did a good enough job before she died there though. Is that crazy to say? Let me take Helm off the team actually and put in like Rappy, like a fire DPS, because we're gonna need that. But I feel like this character, long story short, I feel like this character did her job. Like I feel like she did her job as a tank, right? Because like her shield just got broken, and when her shield gets broke, her shield just gets broke. What's her HP at though with Rouge? Like it's over, it's okay, it's at 3 million. That's it's only at 3 million. Okay, it's a cool. But yeah, I feel like the shield, because she's taunting, right? Do you see that green thing? Oh my god, wait. Okay, I don't want to say anything, but I see something that an anniversary character might have some type of same mechanic. An anniversary character might have that same mechanic when she's covering. Let's just say that. Bop, bop, and then there we go, Scarlet. I want them to go after this boss in the middle though. Because once they go for that, okay, she died though. But I feel like she does her job for a good amount of time. I feel like she does her job for a good, okay, but no, you see? Not when it's like that though. Not when it's like that though. Okay, maybe I don't put our thing on the team and I go, you know what I'm saying? Maybe I don't. I mean, we could keep her on the team, but maybe let's just put thing first.
I want to change.
I don't know. I feel like she does her job. I feel like she kinda low-key does her job.
That dessert was delicious.
I do. I feel like if we're talking about her as a defender, like, for example, her shield breaks and then she gets it right back. Oh my god! That's a good burst animation! That's better. That animation is way better than the summer one. The summer one is just her belly. Yeah, I don't like seeing my belly. Come on, stop this nonsense. I feel like she does her job. The shield protects her though. Like, let's say for example, right? The shield doesn't go over to her HP, where I feel like Kilo's does. This character's shield just breaks, which is kind of good. Delta, okay, I still don't recommend summoning for her. But she's impressed me. Shield is up, no matter what damage they do here. Bop, bop, and then, okay, we didn't get it off in time, unless we kill this right here. We didn't get it off in time, though. If we could break these in time, then maybe. Oh, but they're just producing them way too quickly. They're producing them way too quickly. And there's nothing I could, they're producing them way too quickly. I don't know, maybe I need a better team. Maybe I just need a better team. All right, so I just changed my team because it's a fire stage, right? I'm like, okay, why not just put like, you know, a team that can actually do this, right? You can't really just run any team. So I'm thinking, why not just run the full fire trio and then boom, right? Because we have our additional burst 2. We have healing still. We have obviously Emma and what's her name? You know, on the team. And then we have Vesti doing Vesti things. Maybe I should have had Vesti use her burst skill. But Vesti, yeah, like deletes everything. You get what I'm saying? I feel like obviously now this is more of like a proper team for this type of stage where you have type advantage. But this character has a shield, like guaranteed. You know what I'm saying? It's just burst generation is horrendous and we don't have cooldown. Like, you know what I'm saying? Burst generation is atrocious. Oh my gosh, she got bought there. Okay, so maybe not. Like, she got bought there. Her HP and her shield went down the drain there. So maybe? I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. I feel like if I switch Rappy and Vesti, like, I don't know how to explain it. Because I feel like her shielding mechanic is okay. Like, it's not bad. You get what I'm saying? We have no burst or no cooldown reduction with this team though. Like, none at all. Unless we were to use Rappy as a burst 1, which we definitely could do that, right? But if we got like our burst generation off now, which we didn't because this enemy's right here now, like, you see what I'm saying? She will die guaranteed there. She just gets 1 tap there. I don't know. But then again, so I don't like her defender state too much because she can still get bopped. Like, she could just get 1 shot in the head and it's done. It's not a shield that is like Senti's where it just breaks, right? It does overlap her HP. But let's put her on a monstrous shield team where we have more defenders. You get what I'm trying to say? Like, let's put her on this monstrous trio team where we have more defenders and she's non-stop healing, right? Well, when I guess she fully stacks up or whatever, right? When she fully stacks up, Bob, then it's more doable, right? And then again, we have non-stop healing, or not non-stop healing, but we have like a good amount of heals when we need it. Oh, I don't know if it's just because of this, like, if it's just because we haven't, but we're not getting that crazy heal I need to see. Let's go into another stage. So our healing one is probably better than the defending one. That's what it seems, right? Like, if you have the like healing, let's go to the next stage. Sorry, Rebuke. Let's go to the next stage. I want to see that healing thing. There's no way it doesn't proc outside of shooting range or anything like that, right? I should see the healing after a certain amount of numbers. I've yet to see it. Is it that? Is it that 8? Is her healing at 8,000? Wow, outside the shooting range. No way. And Vesti just died. The healing is atrocious too. Oh, right, it's off attack damage, right? The healing is off of attack, ain't it? Okay. So you see, outside the shooting range, it's a different story, huh? Outside the shooting range, it might be a different story. What's the power deficit here? Okay, that's like a 600k power deficit though. Do I like this character? I don't know. Because this is of the like the Cap's final attack, that healing, and it's definitely not as good outside the shooting range. Well, we're at such a high deficit, like the healing is atrocious, right? We're at such an insane deficit where the healing is just atrocious. And I feel like even if you were to use her burst skill, like it wouldn't be that crazy, even though she has the AoE. So what are we thinking then? What's the verdict? Because her shielding mechanic, like I could use her cooldown reduction. Let's put her with this comp right here, and then we need another burst 2, like I said, right? I don't know who that other burst 2 character could be though. Like I really don't have a clue who that other burst 2 could be. It could just be Anchor again. I don't really like that. You see, this is what I mean. I don't like the fact that when it comes to that other burst 2, if I want to use her shielding mechanic, I can't have a defender burst 2. Let alone a defender. I can't have a defender at all. Right? I don't really like that. And then obviously her damage is atrocious. And this is a character who's like healing skills off her actual damage. Her shield, like the taunt against shield is cool, but she can just get bobbed regardless. Like she could get one tap. You get what I'm saying? Like she gets her shield back now, but she could get one tap. Like that's possible. You get what I'm trying to say, y'all? Her getting one tapped is a real life thing that could happen. We are at a 600,000 deficit, but again, she could get one tap, and boom, right there, she got one tap. But it's like after she gets one tap, we have no sustain, and it's not like we have another defender to keep us up. We're gonna beat this stage solely because everybody else is gone. Right? Which, again, it kind of proves she does her job as a tank. Because she's stalling enough for us to, like, nobody else to get hit, really. I feel like, let's just do another stage and see. I feel like she's doing her job long enough to, like... This is a perfect stage. This is a perfect stage. She's doing her... Okay. We have to get her shield back. Sure. She has an AoE. AoE is doing whatever. She got her shield back. Everyone's taking damage. Her shield doesn't protect her, like the team from AoEs, right? But she has the shield up until it breaks. Boom. We have healing from Miss Anchor here. We have her shield back, and she is taunting continuously. Even now, she's still she taunts regardless if the shield is up or not. She's taunting, right? But everybody's still getting hit. So does she do her job as a tank? I feel like she does her job as a tank. But again, when you're using her as a tank, you're limited because you still do need an additional burst 2 character on the team. And if we're talking about like a good healer, like you get what I'm trying to say? Because I would probably have a healer on that team, right? I would probably have that burst 2 be a healer, but now the burst 2 has to be either an attacker or a supporter. The burst 2 has to be one of these two characters or one of these characters who's healing, I would put. And I can't put Marciana there because I don't think Marciana is that good of a like healer consistently. You know, I do think Flora's a pretty decent healer consistently. Right? I would put her because she heals like, you know, it's only 1% of the fighter's max HP or whatever. But like, she also has potency of HP increase and all that stuff. And she does also give a shield and stuff like that. And she does recover HP on her burst skill, which you're just flopping between the two burst skills regardless. But like you would need one of these characters on the team if you're gonna use her shooting side. Let's just do another stage because that's 3 stages where. But did you guys see that like they still did AoE damage, right? So if it's AoE, the team can get bopped. If it's single target, this character herself could get bopped still, right? But she is gonna do her job in terms of actual stalling. Like she has a shield here. I want to see if she just gets bopped, right? Because she has a few times in this video. Boom, she had her shield up, and regardless of what her shield was, it did way more damage than what her shield was able to have. So it's not like Senti's shield in the sense of like, let's say her shield was the capacity of 2 million, right? But the enemy did 1 billion damage. It's not just gonna cap at 2 million. You know what I mean? It's just gonna overlap onto her actual HP. That's not good. If she had a shield that capped at 2 million, regardless of what the enemy's damage was, better. But because it overlaps onto her HP, it doesn't matter. So I have my verdict for this character. Honestly, y'all, I feel like they could have really did something with Delta, even with this kit. I feel like there's so many things that they could have redone with this character for her to actually be usable, right? Obviously, when we went to shooting range, it's a different story, but outside of shooting range, it's also a different story, right? When you go into real life content, you guys see how kind of useless she can be. Like she could have her useful effects, but you could really see how useless she is outside of the shooting range. And then in shooting range, you're gonna be like, okay, wow, right? Because when we went into shooting range, this character is healing for 500,000, 800k, like that's crazy, right? Compared to someone like Helm, who's healing only like 16 or 60k every like few seconds as well. You know what I mean? So that's cool. When it comes to her shielding mechanic, I don't necessarily like the fact that her shield isn't considered like Senti's shield or Helm shield, where it caps the damage, right? Her shield overlaps onto their HP just like Kilo's. The only thing is this character has a taunt effect, which is horrendous. She's a character that's basically she's a punching bag, right? If this character had a shield that capped the damage at whatever the shield's HP was, I feel like she'd be 10 times better. 1,000,000,000%. That's what I believe. I feel like she would have been 10 times, because she was getting that shield back quickly. Obviously, she's a machine gun character. I feel like if she had a shield that capped at whatever her shield's HP was, she would have been a really good option, especially for tanking. When it comes to her overall heal, I think they sold, because obviously, like, outside of content, you would probably have to give her 10 10 10 and actually invest into her and stuff like that, realistically. But outside of that, like, she's healing based off the final max HP, right? So you're definitely gonna have to 10 10 10 her and actually give her investments, probably give her a collection for her healing to do something. But if her damage isn't like decent, she's not healing anything. You get what I'm saying? So you do kind of have to invest into her in that sense. But overall, I don't know. I feel like maybe a fully invested Delta could prove to be decent at best. Like optional at best. But overall, she's kind of just what we expected to be, fodder trash. I do kind of want her and want to build into her to see like if Delta, because I feel like this character, this type of character is a character I could get behind in the future. Or 110%, right? Maybe if she's fully invested, I don't know. But after 32 minutes of testing this character out, every aspect of her, I just don't think she's anything worth it. I just don't think she's worth it. I just think her kit could, if her kit was slightly reworded better, like let's say the healing was scaled off her HP instead of her final attack, or if her healing was scaled off for final HP or whatever, that would have been better. If her shield was tapped, that would have been better. But other than that, I just don't think she's that crazy. Or even if she had damage reduction, like she has taunt and stuff like that, but damage reduction and the shield would have been great as well. I don't know. I feel like she has so much. She's such a niche character that's really what's holding her back. And then obviously, as you guys see, when you want to use her shield, you're so limited to the burst 2 options you can use, right? So she's kind of like all over the place, I feel like. But could she have been good? Sure. Is she probably going to be somewhat decent, fully invested? We will have to see, but I could see her easily being like pretty decent, fully invested. But other than that, I just don't think she's worth it. But you guys let me know down below. 33 minutes of nothing but Delta. I'm gonna see you guys in the next one. I'm out. I love you guys. Peace.